Hi there. So today I want to talk more about the match function. We had talked about it last time briefly by looking at the VLOOKUP video. So I would just like to touch on it once more. So this time I'm going to separate the match and the index function with in different videos so that it doesn't bring confusion. And they can work standalone anytime. So what the match function does on its own is it returns the relative position of an item in an array that matches a specified value in a specified order. So all that simply means that it returns the position of the lookup value in simple English. So let's say if I want to match, I think I should include a value first. So the value will exist in B3. So let's say if I want to find a position of what exists in B3 in this list. So then what will happen is the lookup value will be B3. The lookup array will be column A because that's the array which we want to look for the value. Remember, this one just returns the position of the value. And then again, we want exact match. So obviously right now it will be NA, but let's say I copy this name here, son of the mask. So you can see that it returns number 10, which is position of the movie in the list. And now, for example, I write something which doesn't exist on the array. So let's say Avengers. Now, since this one is not in the list, it will return NA. So this formula can be very helpful in comparing if something. So this formula can be very helpful in checking whether a value exists in a list or not. Number one, and number two, it is also very helpful when we want to compare two lists and see which ones are not matching. So let me just create a dummy list here to show it practically. So I will choose. So let me just copy the whole list and remove some values here. So let me just delete. And also I can add some values just to show how it works. Let me use the format painter to make the lists clean. And I just to keep the same numbers on both sides, let me delete this too. And again, to have some sort of a mix up, let me just sort by A to Z. So now let's say you have these two lists and you want to know which movies here exist on this side and which movies on this on column C exists in column A. So what you can do, remember the match returns the position, and also if it doesn't exist on the other list, it will just say NA. So we can just use match to get the two values. So match lookup value. So first we run on list A to see what is missing in list C. So lookup value will be column A, lookup array will be column C because that's where we want to check whether the value exists or not, and exact match. So it returns number 6. So it means Miami Vice exists on this column in number 6. So let's just drag down the formula. So you can see whatever is in NA doesn't match the list. Now let's look at the other way around. Is equals to match. Same logic. The lookup value will be C1 because that's what we are checking if it exists in column A. the array will be column A, and then once again we want exact match. So on dragging this again, we realize these ones are not existing in the list. So it can be a very good way to compare two lists. For example, if you are given two lists, one from the system maybe and one from Excel or a manual list, you can see which values you need to add in the system list, for example, so that you ensure completeness. Thanks, guys. And if you like the video, please don't forget to subscribe for more future videos and give the thumbs up to this one. See you for more.